We are live. As I'm setting up, let's see. Yes, we are live. Why is this banner on the screen? Why is this banner on the screen? Why is this banner on the screen? If you ask me why, I don't know. One of these things, it just keeps showing up on my screen. And I don't have any comments yet. So is it possible for me to hide this? I don't know, man. Every day, step by step, I fix the size of it. And I don't want to spend too much time with that banner thing there. It's just going to really be on my nerves. I really don't know how to get rid of it. It's just hilarious. I'm like, why is this on the screen? I'm like, I have no idea. Funny enough, I can't even click on it. So we are about to talk about a couple of things in higher ed. The real question is, how do we want to discuss it? That's the real question. So we got some updated news today, of course, and we got some news from yesterday. This is what I based it off of yesterday. I've been playing around a little bit. That's why you see this banner on the screen, guys. This is why you see it. Please let me know if you can hear me, anybody. I would hate for you all not to be able to hear me. That would be the worst. That would be the worst. Like, I keep seeing that it keeps changing the frames and stuff. Another mental note as I keep going. But no, we're gonna talk about you too. Trust me. That, and then let's see, pull up this one. Once again, shout out to the class of 2025 because you made it across the stage. I don't know why I keep doing that. Comments, you better work, and we'll have a problem with you all. Y'all wait till these comments come in because I really want to see if they're gonna work. It gets dark, then it lights up. It gets dark, then it lights up. I did not get a shape up, G. Actually, I did not. Oh, perfect. Now I can test this. Ha! I got that to work. I feel pretty good. I got that to work. Does that show? Oh, it just show. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So if it shows, I should be able to hide it then. I didn't. All right. So first part of the briefing, I did want to talk about the one I could talk about easily right now with no hesitations. Give me a few seconds. I've been pretty good, G. I've been pretty good. So, how can I start this? This article is by The Briefing, and it pretty much is talking about how professors are not in Vegas no more. And why did they use that title? I don't know. I feel like they use that title because I feel like they just can use that title. We are not in Vegas no more. So normally in classrooms, college classrooms, as we know, for all my people out there who've been in college, your professor can say whatever they want, and excuse my French, they can say what the hell they want, how they want, and it wouldn't be a problem. Now they're being recorded. So a bill got passed. So to start it off from the beginning, the classroom MO used to be what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, as we just said. It says recordings can take on take on a life of their own. You speaking French now? A little bit. A little bit. It brightens up here. And maybe it's because maybe it does that because I'm going in between here and here. So maybe if I stay here, it won't reflect onto the camera. But I need the camera frames to stay still. We'll figure that out. I have to set a setting on that as we go. As we go. So, in this briefing too, they mentioned about with the professors being recorded. They mentioned that. Okay, so first of all, wait a minute. Where's the loyalty? Where's the loyalty? Has anybody ever, have you ever recorded your professor while they were talking? I never even thought to record my professor. Like, now, don't get me wrong. I suppose unless that it is on purpose. Oh, there's nothing popping up on the screen? Now you make me want to troubleshoot this. So you didn't see this? You can't see that, G? Real quick. Do you see your message on the screen? Now I can. Perfect. Yeah. That's cool, right? Using my features. Pretty cool. 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 I love it. Okay, so you can't see that I got on the screen. Perfect. The other one. So yeah. Has anybody ever recorded their professor in class? Like, but not that message. Okay. Because I never recorded my professors as I was saying before. And they're talking about, so actually we talked about it in class. I think it was Texas. I think it was Texas A&M. Texas A&M had a situation, I believe, with their president. Let me see. Let me see. I think it was Texas A&M. President resigned. Back in our day, professor recording was really any. Back in our day, professor recording was really anything interesting. I think you mean say. Did you mean to say wasn't? I'm curious. Yeah, it was Texas A&M. Mark Welsh steps down as president of Texas A&M University, and it was because it was an article we talked about in class. It was because the student recorded the professor, and the professor was pretty much stating that it's okay to have multiple genders. It was something along those lines, if I'm not mistaken. And so now, in this case, if your professor is talking about DEI, pretty much anything that Trump has made a new law about, if your class is talking about it, of course, you can record your professor. And I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of schools out there still teaching DEI. So I don't know if their students have loyalty to them, but professors got to be careful because they're not being generous to professors. So they're saying states have gotten into the game. Florida House Bill 233 allows students to record class lectures as part of compliance as part of complaint to the university or in preparation for a criminal or civil proceeding. This is really getting heavy. This is really civil lawsuits. It's getting real. G says it's all politics and a lot of that thanks to Donald Trump when it comes to the universities. Universities used to be places for debate and conversation. Yes. Even when I was in school. Exactly. I never really had gotten to debates though. When I was in grad school, it seemed like we was a little scared to challenge each other. It seemed like, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little with the smoke. I might have some classmates on here actually, because it's an interesting topic when other people can bring their perspective about higher ed, of course. And remember, started a 2-year, bridge to a 4-year. That, at the end of the day, 2 years still not getting hit with nothing. Now states want to tell you what to think. Exactly. Tell you what to think. That is not academic freedom at all. At all. All right. And then I need to open up this article. Let me see. So this article was written by Gavin Escott. I believe I said that right. So they're saying right here, he started off, this was written December 10th, by the way. It's interesting. The incident that upended Nino's tester course started like so many others, with a phone where it shouldn't have been. The Texas Christian University professor instantly flagged what was happening. He had invited a transgender man to speak to his introductory gender and women's studies course and asked students to put their devices away. One student left his phone on the table, having been spotlighted by right-wing websites for similar courses in the past, receiving death threats in the process. Testa had a sinking feeling. His suspicions grew when two other students, trading glances with the first, began asking the speaker questions that mirrored anti-transgender talking points. As soon as the questions were done, the phone went away. Testa confronted the phone-wielding student at the class and asked to see his device. There was a recording on it, which the student claimed was an accident. A few days later, Testa learned the student had complained about the confrontation to his supervisor. Okay, first and foremost, most grad students are only debating if it's part of the curriculum, LOL, or they're young and invigorated like yourself. Young and invigorated, new word of the day. Invigorated. G always popping out with these words. Invigorated. So this instructor on this situation at Texas Christian University, yeah, That student has the right to record. That student has the right to record. That student has the openness to speak their mind about anti-gender questions. They have the freedom of speech. Now, if they were rude about it, there's a way to go about things. That's what I learned in college. There is a way to say things and handle things. But now it's weird though, because we just went through this in school. Like I literally seen some schools break the law, it's still breaking the law technically, and it's like, can you trust your students? Do you know if your students have your back? Do they? Do you have your professor back? Because like all it takes is one student. Like talking about being careful as a professor. Now in Georgia, professors have to post their syllabus on the public website of any university website. I think some schools gonna hide it. They're gonna hide their syllabus to be petty. They're gonna put it on the website. They're just gonna make it really hard for you to find. That's what I'm convinced of. So as we keep going on the talking points, it says behind the crusade to monitor classrooms sits a well-funded media. This is a word. I say that word. You know me, G. If I don't know the word, I will put the word in here. Let me see. I'm not saying that word though. Maybe I should learn how to say that word too. Let me see. I got some apparatus. For my discussion-based classes, I actually enjoy most of my professors. Apparatus, the technical equipment of machinery needed. Equipment. Okay. I see why you did that. Yeah, apparatus encouraging students to keep an eye on their professors. Among the first websites to marry the ubiquity of smartphones and social media to clear a partisan agenda was Campus Reform. And so I'm gonna say this. Professors don't have freedom of speech no more. At least in Georgia. They don't have freedom of speech no more. All my schools were in Georgia. And let's think about it. Professors got to be careful what they teach or say because it's part of the law. And then now they get course evaluations at the end. So if your professor was actually doing their job and failing the student can say, nope, I didn't understand this course. This course wasn't really working in my favor. The instructor did not make it clear. Then the instructor has to go through that whole whirlwind, right? And then it's just like, it's kind of like a 6-7 moment, right? You see what I did, G? It's kind of like a 6-7 moment because what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Like, fail them, pass them, don't be hard on them. So you don't need your university president being a pawn. You don't need your board. The board already a pawn. You don't need them being pawns on the chessboard. I don't play chess, but it's crazy. It's crazy. So, as institutions in recent years face demands to promote racial equity across campuses, including in teaching and syllabi, Republican politicians seized on what the websites were shaping as evidence of liberal intolerance that they said crossed the line from education to advocacy. Scrutiny has since expanded to teaching about other contention issues, including the Israel Hamas war and LGBTQ studies. Now, I've been reverting away from those topics because, man, it's just so like the world is not ready, at least in America. We are not ready to have conversations. Like, we do not have conversations. And then when we talk about something, somebody either shooting you, somebody either, I guess, harassing you, or the favorite word, counsel you. And so it's interesting, like, having these topics still around and so controversial instead of just talking about it. And then I'll say one thing, I did get peace on having these conversations in grad school, but I'm just a person that minds my business. Just mind your business. My sister said that best. Just mind your business. Just mind your business. Just mind your business. So interesting, right? Interesting. So right here it says to think that trigger warnings or safe spaces was destroying American higher education is absurd. Kamola said, who's Kamola? But that was the narrative, right? That really was like, can you believe this faculty member had this thing on their syllabus? The backlash brought about new laws. States like Florida, Tennessee, and Indiana turned their sights on classroom content. In 2021, Florida's legislature approved House Bill 233, allowing students to record class lectures. I didn't even know they approved that in 2021. Good info for myself. Just making sure you ain't tweaking over that camera. That's interesting. I can see people now saying, I don't know what he's talking about, and I don't know what this has to do with college or saving money in college. This all has something to do with saving money in college. Everything. This all do. This all has something to do with saving money in college. Very much. It's just right now we're talking about professors. This is more like staff, professors. This is more on their end, and so, but in a short squeeze, I guess that's the word in the financial market worlds. Freedom is academic. I guess the question I want to ask, I guess, spark something. Is academic freedom gone? Or is it temporarily gone? I don't think it's there no more. I already told you graduation is cringe. That's why I didn't go. RP to my ceremony because I didn't go. But it's like y'all can't even say what you want to say. Feel how you want to feel. I feel like now, at least in Georgia, they don't really pay the best to work in higher education, but shoot, depending on their insurance, you don't got enough money to go talk to a therapist and express your feelings. Which is crazy work, right? Like you just gotta keep all that stuff bundled in. Can't even say it, they get rid of you. What is freedom of speech? What is freedom of speech? So I'm gonna run a LinkedIn as well. Where is LinkedIn? Because I have a funny video I wanted to show. I think I got a couple. Thank you. Here we go. Before we go to the next briefing. I'm gonna start with Linda because Linda, she gonna steal the show. Linda gonna steal the show with this one. Linda gonna steal the show, man. Let me see. Linda is about to steal the show. Y'all finna laugh at me. I'm gonna be like, what am I playing on this screen? Let me see my skills up to par. Let me see if my skills up to par. Okay. Let's see. Are you ready for this? Oh, wait. Wait. Share. I didn't do something. I know I didn't do it. Share. Boop. Perfect. Got it. Share it. Oh, yeah.
You know the story of a green little thief who tiptoed through Whoville and caused holiday grief?
Let me know if it's
Well, this year a new crew tried a similar feat, sneaking and scheming to swipe student aid neat. They slithered through paperwork, schemed with delight, adding fake students deep into the night. They dreamed of a sack stuffed to the brim with billions of dollars. Prospects were grim, but we weren't sleeping, not even a wink. We checked the numbers, the forms, blink. We spotted the fakes, the tricks, the sly little plots, and followed the trail to connect all the dots. So instead of $1 billion up the chimney to go, the whole scheme collapsed like a roast cooked too slow. Taxpayers rejoiced. Students got their aid, and fraudsters, their hearts didn't grow 3 sizes. They just got caught in their disguises.
What have we become? What have we become? Oh my goodness. Who thought that was a good idea? Who thought that was a good idea? I'm just gonna say this too. Just check the scoreboard, man. Just check the scoreboard. You see. Just check the scoreboard. Like, I feel like they filtered the comments because they used to go crazy on the LinkedIn comments. They go crazy on Linda, man. They don't like Linda. I think they filtered them comments because they give Linda that. They give her them comments, man. They give her them comments. Interesting though, right? It's interesting. Very fraudulents out there who stole student aid. That's what we become. LOL, of course they filtered them. Yeah, because I was like, when she first took office, oh my goodness, they were giving it to Linda poorly, badly. Like, so I got another one though. I do want to share this one as well. He lit up my day. This person, oh, not trying to go to his profile. You're gonna see that I viewed his profile now. Okay. I know we spoke on this as well. Okay. So check out the LinkedIn. Y'all get to see the LinkedIn. You know, if you already haven't viewed it, you get to go see it. Linda might cry if she saw them. She might. So I know you all can probably read, but I'm going to read this again. I did like it and love it. So, yes. So this person, Martin, I don't know this person. I don't know this person at all. I don't know them. He said, attention. These honorary doctoral degrees are truly getting out of hand. I wholeheartedly believe in recognizing individuals who have made meaningful, lasting contribution to their fields. However, when degrees can be bought or are handed out indiscriminately by a questionable institution, it diminishes the integrity of the title. To those engaged in this practice, please stop. It feels like a dismissal of the years of rigorous work that people like myself invested to earn our doctorates. So that's hardcore truth, because everybody knows doctoral people sit and eat probably granola snacks as if they're editing videos all day. And so I don't consider myself better than anyone, but you are better than the majority because you got your doctoral. But the title doctor should signify genuine scholarly effort and achievement. My own journey was long and demanding. 4.5 years of consistent work, including 3 years of year-round classes, comprehensive exams, and a prospectus. Y'all gonna get me. Y'all be like, bruh, really? I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and switch tabs for y'all real quick.
Prospectus.
Oh, I did say right. Prospectus. Oral defense just to become a PhD candidate. From there came the IRB proposal, participant recruitment, interviews, chapter 4 and 5, and countless revisions, all the hardcore stuff, right? Stuff I haven't went through. All of this unfolded while I navigated profound personal issues or personal losses, my bad. My mother, cousin, and father-in-law, alongside being a newlywed with 2 teenagers and a newborn. Period. That is where my frustration originates. Many of us sacrifice family time, rest, and moments we can never get back in pursuit of excellence. So yes, I'll say it again. Enough is enough. It is disheartening to see the title diluted, especially for those who pour so much of their lives into earning it. So he didn't respond to my repost. I reposted and told him to keep going with the rants, and I didn't get nothing back in return. Yes. So G said, and also today I saw someone talking about this today, but for astronauts. Interesting. And then G said, my take is relatively controversial on both ends. Express yourself. Express yourself. I just love it because all right, honorary degrees, I guess it's marketing. I guess universities need money that bad because I don't see honorary doctoral degrees at 2-year colleges, first and foremost. I have yet. I see people probably speak at 2 years or visit 2 years, but 2 years just don't get the same respect as a 4-year. We've been down this rabbit hole, right? I put the money in the cup. I do it 3 times. Show that it's proof to save money in college and make money in college. It just don't hit the same like a university. I don't know why. It just don't hit the same. G said, it doesn't really matter. That's my take. It doesn't really matter. That's my take. What? Draw or nah? Or nah? Draw or nah? Draw or nah? G said, that's my take. It doesn't really matter. It matters. People do work off of these doctorals, they do. But some just don't, It's just weird though. As I always talk about, like when I talk to people from different countries, how adamant they are about their education, like intentional with their education, then they come here and it's like, y'all don't appreciate education. I don't know why, but you don't appreciate education. And it's just like, I don't know why either, I don't know why. I guess that's why. I don't know. I really don't have an answer for it. I can only say is you just don't hear the same when you don't have an education. You just don't hear the same. G said LOL because at the end of the day, it's all a perspectives game, and that's for any degree. It is a perspective game. I was thinking about that actually today, which is weird. You said that, G. It's weird. I was thinking that. I was like, every degree, probably not like besides like the STEM, but definitely like theoretical degrees. I was just like, well, from an education standpoint, somebody might see it from a money standpoint, somebody might see it from a theater standpoint, and then it's just like standpoints, right? Viewpoints. And then you got to make them come together. But then if you make everybody come together, that might be a no-no. So that might be a no-no a little bit. Just a little. Just a little. So I got another fun topic. This one's a little humorous again. Before I jump into the next one, talking about the politics and accreditation. Don't want to drill you with boring stuff all the time, right? G said you can get You can get a MD. You can get a MD in Chinese medicine in China for America it's a postdoc science. You speaking of okay. Then G said, and while that is an extreme example, there are other examples of this kind of thing as well. I never heard of that. That's interesting right there. I never heard of that. Chinese medicine in China and for America is a it's interesting. Also, there are plenty of more than qualified people who can't get jobs because they don't have a piece of paper. You got to get the piece of paper, G. Not yelling. You got to get the piece of paper. You got to get the piece of paper. I had to get the piece of paper, so everybody else got to get the piece of paper. That's how it works. That's how it works, G. That's how it works. Chinese medicine is what they would call traditional medicine. Why you yelling, LOL? I'm getting my point across, like most people today. Instead of letting you talk, I'm yelling at you. JK. Not yelling. I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling at you. I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling. That is unfortunately for most degrees and jobs is true though. It's very true, right? So I have this right here that I want to show as well. So this is old, as I like to say, old to me, but new to y'all. Old to me, but new to y'all. So everybody knows, like, okay, in Georgia, for my people out there, whoever catch this video and you made it to 37 minutes of the live stream, salute. Georgia Tech and UGA plays a big football game like every year in front of the Mercedes-Benz Dome. Now, I'm not getting into this on the deep money aspect. I'm getting into this on the educational aspect. Let me tell you why. This got my attention today. I was scrolling. I always look for stories when I'm at work because, of course, I work full time, so I don't have time to really sit down all day and read countless articles. I don't have a research team yet, right? So I look and I scroll. I didn't pay attention to like the first time when they posted it. But when I caught it again, let me see if I can zoom in on this. Let me see. All right, quick. When I zoomed in on it, I said, yo, that is a nice watch. Does that watch look expensive? He works in a college, probably. He works in the college. How can he afford that watch? I'm pocket watching. G. I'm like, wait a minute. How did he get that watch? How much was that watch? Where did he get that watch from? I'm asking all the questions. Because they got the names in here. They're like really educational celebrities. Most people probably won't think that. It's probably Chris King. It's probably him. He's the intern vice president for research at UGA. Yeah, he got bank. Probably. Let's look. He got bank. I'm pocket watching. What's his name? Chris King, UGA. Man, if that's him, you see it, G? If that's him, no, wait. Let's see. Let's look at his 2015. Let's look real quick. Let me see. His last name King. Shoot, yeah, he getting money. This back in 2015. Yo. Oh, he got bread. That's when he was a He's an intern now. He's an intern vice president for research. So that was back in 2015. Yeah, he ain't starving. He ain't at all. I'm pocket watching. I'm like, bro, how you get that? Come on. Did we not see the stunt? I don't even care about the money aspect. I don't even care you playing at the Mercedes-Benz Dome. They ain't never gonna win a championship in there anyway. For all the Falcons fans, I don't even care. Somebody got to bring money to the stadium. Shoot. But look, hey, I'm just saying that watch. I'm not a watch collector, but that looked like an expensive watch. That looked like an expensive watch right there. I'm gonna have to hit my boy Chris King and say, "Well, I was talking about you on the live screen, your watch, and I was wondering how could I get one of those? You know, how can I get brother out here in the hoodie? You know what I'm saying? You know." How can I get one of those though? I'm really trying to figure it out. I was really stuck on that because I'm like, I'm pocket watching bad. Yeah, pocket watching for real. All right, so do I have anything? Let's go to the accreditation. I want G perspective on this. Why I got a scholar in the chat. Why I got the scholar in the chat. Shout out to the scholars in the chat. I don't got no sound. I don't got no little board where I can play sound and be like, yeah, play the clapping. I don't got that. For all the scholars in the chat, like G right now, put your hands in the air like you just don't care. I mean, they're like, what is going on? So there's been some stuff going on, man, higher ed about accreditation. I know we've been speaking on it, but it seems like it's progressing. Is this it? Hold on. I'm making my way to it. Seems like it's progressing pretty bad. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. 21. So, got to get you a Steam Deck. Oh, yeah, I got to get Steam. Is it Steam? Steam Deck? Yeah. You already know what I'm talking about. I do got to get one of those. So this article is about Trump higher ed policy fight. Will the administration try to strong arm college accreditors? G, you've been here watching us for a minute, but for anybody new, whoever makes it to 43 minutes of this, they've been real serious and consistent about this almost for a year now. Because January will make Trump will be in office for 1 year. Some people might say it felt like 5 years, but it has been 1 year. Oh, by the way, a job got back to me. I don't know if it was because of Trump's executive orders, but it took them almost a year to reach out to me to further my interview. Now, out of respect for the institution, I'm not going to say their name. But let me say this. If I catch one of you slipping about me, I will oust you because I keep all my receipts. That's all I'm going to say. That was very disrespectful. Very unprofessional. It shows that they don't respect you at the institution as well. So you should probably start doing what I'm doing, and try to get some independent media, tap into that $1 trillion market of higher education, because that was ridiculous. Like, I got morals and principles about myself, So, just to hit the bullet points real quick about this accreditation. It's not that one, because that's a new one. So they're talking about the National Advisory Committee on Institutional Quality and Integrity, an 18-member panel that advises the U.S. Education Secretary on accreditation issues, meets today in Washington, D.C. So who's the U.S. Education Secretary? That would be, unless they just worded it different, that would be Linda, right? Yes, that's Linda. Lord Jesus. That is not good. Imagine trying to explain to Linda, all due respect, Linda, feel free to invite me to your, and feel free to invite me to one of your videos, Linda, or Washington, D.C., but Linda is probably digesting a lot of information. She is probably like, if it got DEI in it, she probably like, if it got DEI in it, she like they're not accredited. she probably keeping it real short and simple. Like if it got DEI, it's not accredited. You love some Linda. Hey, I got respect for Linda. I got respect for Linda. WWE. I got respect for Linda. Respect. And so it says for decades, though, policymakers and elected officials have tried with limited success to force major changes in higher education by pressuring the accreditors that control the financial aid spigot. You know what spigot means, G? I don't know what spigot. Al. I think she's asleep. She lucky I can't move this camera right now. I'll go put the camera on her. If it ain't WWE, she ain't really listening. Yeah, because they sold out with John Cena. They sold out. They sold out with him. Spigot. What's a spigot? Yeah, we talked about this word. Oh, wow, we did? Okay. Didn't know that. So, under Trump administration, it just might work. But a key question remains, as you can see, I'm reading from here. You're probably reading already yourself. Will the proposed changes serve students or political purposes? It says the White House is seeking to place new limits on the authority and autonomy of accrediting agencies, pushing for more government oversight of how they operate and what they require from college. Nicholas Kent, if you remember us going over who Nicholas Kent was, because I did not know, it's like Fawcett. Because I didn't know who Nicholas Kent was. So that's why I gave him a spot. Like literally, if you go look at the old videos, I went down who was Nicholas Kent. 9 times out of 10, I believe he's probably, I don't know if he's a hardcore Republican, but he's a Republican for sure. He's conservative, to say the least. He has some higher ed background. If I'm not mistaken, I think he got doctoral. I'm giving him a little one up, but he's important. So Nicholas Kent, the education department's top higher education official, has made it clear that overhauling accreditation is a top priority in the coming year. Now, G, when we talked about this, them overhauling accreditation, is it where they're going to reshape it? Because I remember you saying something about them reshaping the higher education credits, I guess, like how you said something along the lines, if I'm not, of course you're going to correct me because you're like really confident. That's the Ivy League in you all. You like to really correct people when you say something wrong. But we went on a string of like a decade, I guess, the way you put it. Like we went on a string of a decade of liberal. Like we were very liberal in higher education. And now you're saying like the next transition of students could be like conservative mindset. That's how I got it. That's how I remembered it. Correct me if I'm wrong with your typing, because I know you're probably typing away. So it says the Trump administration, overhauling accreditation is a top priority in the coming year and said new regulations are coming soon. The Trump administration says it aims to increase the focus on outcomes, create competition among accreditors, and eliminate what it describes as unlawful discrimination. From efforts to increase diversity, equity, inclusion. As I said before, guys, it goes right back to diversity, equity, and inclusion. A lot of schools are very quiet. That's their livelihood. They got to use different accounts and stuff. So in the past, accrediting agencies adapted just enough to escape the heat, said Kevin Kinzer, a professor of education policy at Pennsylvania State University. And so what is different now, Kinzer said, is that the Trump administration has been unrelenting in its pressure on colleges to adopt certain policies. Now, I did miss a lot of that. I missed a lot of schools who kissed the ring. I was so upset that I wasn't live streaming, and I seen a lot of schools kissing the ring. I seen a lot of schools giving in. Um, just like I just been seeing a lot of schools giving. And so G said right here, G said, LOL, not the Ivy League in you. I like helping people understand, but yeah, they are trying to overhaul education accreditation to try to make schools more conservative in thought on purpose. Yeah. So, yes. And then G said right here for my people who are going to be seeing this. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. G said, I just don't think it will work if they allow academic freedom. I just don't think it will work if they allow academic freedom, which is why they are also attacking that. And even then, I believe people will only pretend. People will only pretend. That is a bar right there. So as we skim through, G probably read that. G is a fast reader, guys. I can only imagine how fast G can read. So they said right here, we want these agencies to remain independent. We have a real challenge now in ensuring that the federal government is not uspering that autonomy. So I don't know if we remember, I didn't speak on it deeply, but higher education, it was something about splitting agencies. Let me actually, hold on right quick. Come back to that. Linda made a post on, I think I showed this. I don't know. No, that's her saying Merry Christmas. Everybody's in the holiday spirit already, as if the year is already over. I remember she posted it. I'll be adding so much stuff. I promise you Linda posted it. If it wasn't Linda, it was something about these. What was it? It was about the agency splitting. Maybe I had to go back. I wanted to post because the post was smaller. That's about Biden. I feel like, let me see. Maybe I did save it. I thought I saved it. Oh, Northwestern. That's who also settled and kissed the ring. They reached a settlement with the federal government. That was like 2 weeks ago. And that was interesting. To restore hundreds of millions of dollars in research funding. The fact is, so sidebar. Why do schools with a lot of money so while I find this, I'm going to Linda page. I know she posted it. Linda posts everything. Looking for that. Not what I'm looking for, but I didn't see this video yet. Why do schools with a lot of money need research funding? Because they can, LOL. And we want to, and G said, and we want that so that, G said, and we want that so that the research can be public. Oh, okay. Never thought about it that way, G. That was real insightful. That was really insightful. Oh, that was three weeks ago. Yo, what's this? Is this? So this is what I want to show. So this is what I want to show. Just announced. This was 4 weeks ago. I remember because I wanted to. I wanted to go live so bad about this, but the details on it, I have not read through the details yet. It's not an easy skim through read. It's really, I need some understanding of it. Hopefully you got a chance. I see your message too, G. But it was saying like just announced the U.S. Department of Education is partnering with 4 agencies to break up the federal education bureaucracy and move closer to fulfilling President Trump's promise to return education to the states. I didn't know exactly. I know what it means, but I don't know the details. That's what I mean. And so G said, if it is a private school, no real obligation. If it is a private school, no real obligation for that research to be public unless a specific government agency requests specific classified research like military, etc. That even goes for public schools working with private funding. Interesting. So, fun fact, guys, I get my stock information like when I'm researching a company, more like when I'm researching an industry, a specific industry. I go to the schoolhouse to get that information. Believe it or not, it comes from somewhere, right? Somebody like G starts it in college, and then G did his research in college, and then G goes into the workforce to build his company and has a head start on it because he researched it in college. Or you could be like most CEOs and stuff and just let them do the research and just start the company. But yeah, so that's interesting. That made me think of that when you said that. And then G said, you might as well show the board since you're getting all your information from a public school. You might as well show the board since my tax dollars funded that. What? The outrage here. Show the board. So let's keep going. I did want to mention that with Linda and them. So here go your school, G. Here go your school. Here go your school. Here go your school. And can you see that? Is that good for your eyes? An Oscar advisory committee meeting Tuesday could signal how much the education department is willing to strong-arm accreditors. The group will vote on whether to continue recognition of the accreditors that oversee Columbia University. I see it, LOL. It was the Columbia University, Harvard University, and the University of California I don't know why they just say UCLA, but University of California at Los Angeles, which have been under intense scrutiny from the administration over acquisitions. They failed to protect Jewish students and faculty from anti-Semitism and pro-Palestinian protests. That was a so weird time to be a college president. Such a weird time. That was like, you really didn't like, all I could have told college presidents in that situation, yo, play it safe. Play it safe, man. Just hit the president up and say, man, what you want me to do? Now, I'm just going to call you and say, what you want me to do? If I say one thing, y'all trying to get rid of me. Yeah, Bollinger got out right in time. Yeah. Hey, he did, because the presidents didn't have no option. They didn't have no option. Pick a side, you're gone. So no recent presidential administration has been happy with the accreditation system, which often comes under fire for doing too little to hold colleges accountable for poor graduation rates. Under President George W. Bush, the Education Department issued a lengthy report calling for accreditors to speed up their reviews of institutions and focus more on outcomes. Congress At the lobbying from higher ed advocates responded by restricting the department's ability to dictate how colleges measure student learning. President Obama, that man name rings bells even when he ain't in office no more. That man been in office in like almost 20 years. His name's still popping up. President Obama, too, sought to reshape accreditation, mostly to crack down on for-profit colleges. Sadly, the lady after him got in at the worst. It's all about timing. Everything is about timing. So you telling me Obama tried to crack down on for-profit institutions? What happened? Accused of misrepresenting the value of their degrees, he even included some accountability proposals and materials that accompanied a State of the Union address, and created a dashboard showing how much each accreditor was faring, measured by completion rates and other metrics at member institutions. I think they should go down the line and let us know all the accreditors out there in the United States. Because I know, so, all right, let me do this. I got this, I can show you. G said, yeah, but this was probably before you were really into higher ed. Yeah, really. When I was before I was wet behind the Similac, I guess that's the word people like to use. So I got something to say. Accreditors. You see them going to the government website, but even in most cases, government website can be trusted sometimes. So I'm curious. I'm curious because I want to know who the accreditors are. Are we talking about like how my school, for example, I went to Georgia State, or yeah, I'm gonna just say Georgia State, and like we have an accreditor for the region? Are we talking about those accreditors, or are we talking about some different accreditors? I'm trying to put one and one together on a easy, simple, like you can look up the accreditors. Are we talking about those accreditors? In this day and age, trusting government sites can be real sketch. Exactly. You can look up the accreditors. Every school would tell you theirs. Right. That's what I was thinking of. Let me see real quick. That's what I was thinking of. I think I saved it. Let me see. Is my school accredited? Yo. I do want to show this right here. So I got this saved. It's not bookmarked for some reason, but I promise you I recall bookmarking this. So look up a school. So you know me, because I was looking up some HBCUs, as you can see. I looked up Columbia as well. But gee, I believe that's because of you, because I don't know why I'm looking up Columbia. I have no reason to look up Columbia. Let's see. So Georgia State Institutional Accreditation. Yeah. So this, are we talking about these accreditors right here, G? When they talking about accreditors, this is what we talking about, right? The Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, Commission on Colleges. They just got it renewed back in 2022 as well. So for my people out there, if you in the South, if you a South baby like me and G, They say right here, the scope of recognition. This is some helpful information right here, helpful tools out here if you are about to go to a college. The accreditation and pre-accreditation candidate for accreditation of degree granted institutions of higher education in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, and Virginia, including the accreditation of programs offered via distance and correspondence education within these institutions. This recognition extends to the SACSCOC, which is this up here. It's a fancy way of using acronyms. They always use it. Man, higher ed use so many acronyms, I think it should be illegal. They use more acronyms than the military. So that is their accreditor. Okay. And it was their next review date. Will they be accredited? They sports team don't need to be accredited. Academics, yeah, but oof, don't get me started on Georgia State sports. Okay, so back to accreditation. In a nutshell, that is what they're talking about. And it's more to this article, of course, but I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm not going to bore you, and I'm not going to do 3 hours again. You know, that was I already know some people didn't even make it to, you do a 3-hour screen and people be like, yeah, I'm going to watch about 30 minutes, maybe 10 minutes of it, maybe 10 minutes. If they stay for the end, I advise you go skip to the end on that last live screen. Just skip straight to the end. Just skip straight to the end. Just skip straight to the end. Just do yourself a favor and skip straight to the end. Just do it. So what I'm looking for, how do I quit? I'm looking for something. Always looking for something with this new setup. So will the Trump administration actually follow through on changing the higher ed accreditation? It can have a serious effect on you as a student. It can make things a bit more complicated for you in the future. I don't know how soon. With this administration, things happen very fast. But you definitely want to be aware of it. And then also the whole point of it is, though, some schools might lose their accreditation. Now, realistically, do I think popular schools will lose their accreditation? Nah. It's not good for us globally. I don't think we're going to lose it really globally. But I think some schools that are like extra, not state schools, they're just like, why are you there? They can lose their accreditation. I feel like we're going to see more of those as we always theorize. We haven't started seeing it like happen immediately, but we can theorize that schools are going to close down more once they start cracking down on this accreditation. And people don't care about education. People don't care about college. People who go to college don't even want to care about college. They're like, I need to talk about money. I need to talk about this. I need to talk about that. I need to talk about, I don't know. So G said, even if they did, Columbia would still not be at a loss to students if anything. Accreditation would become a joke. You keep talking that smack, G. Columbia is going to lose their accreditation. If I got something to do with it, keep on. Keep on. Keep on. G crazy, man. You gotta love your people like G, man. You gotta love your people like G. All right. So we are at 1 hour and 10 minutes. Very good. Very good. Very good. We are right on time, actually. You already know what time it is. It's time for the College Scorecard. Hey, G, you want to hear my mama real quick? I'll make sure Valdosta does then. Oh, you crazy. G, you're crazy. You want to hear my mama real quick? Let me call my mom real quick. Let me know when you respond, G. I'm going to call her. Let me call her real quick. Let me call her. Before we do the college breakdown real quick, let me call her real quick. Yeah, this group chat is crazy, G. These dudes are crazy in this group chat. Let me see. You want me to meet her, LOL? She gonna be, look, G, she gonna be weirded out. She gonna be like, you know them online? I'm like, yeah. You really know them? Yeah. Let me know if you can hear it. You can hear the phone, G?
Hello?
Ma.
Huh?
All right, now be careful because I'm on live now, so don't say nothing crazy. You heard me?
Yeah, what?
What you doing?
Oh, nothing?
You ain't doing nothing?
Mm.
Okay, perfect. She can hear it. Yeah. I didn't really come in with a game plan to have a conversation with you. I just wanted the people online to hear you.
Oh, they hear me now?
Yeah, they can hear you now.
What you want them to hear your mama for?
You know, they can hear my mom. They gonna see you one day when I be doing the live stream, so they might as well hear you and be prepared for you.
When you add me to that mama, how much you pay for my education?
Nope. A lot of people probably didn't see that video though. That video was like 2 or 3 years ago now. I need to repost that.
Know it. This should just have shown to.
When? Recently?
I know that you had it on there.
Oh, yeah.
She said, Mama, no one here again to you.
Yeah, I don't think you had your tooth in.
Oh, yeah, that's how Mama anytime her I get on here, got through cleaning up the hallway.
The hallway.
Yep, cause I had I swept it, but I've been sweeping it, but I ain't sweep it like I normally do, like move chairs and chairs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Move chairs and stuff, and then get behind the rear good. So, cause if you don't get up then it start getting what are they? Oh, spider wheel.
Okay.
So that's how Mom got out of spider wheel and stuff. And that's it. And the little girls came downstairs. Come on, some grandma.
You always want somebody calling you grandma. You always want somebody calling you grandma.
You said I wanted them to?
You always want somebody calling you grandma for some reason. You don't even know these people. You don't even know these people.
That's right. It said again. I don't even know them, do
You don't.
Mm-hmm.
You worse than me talking to people online. You worse than me. You just be having people call you names. You don't even know them. Oh yeah, they call me grandma. They call me this and call me that. You don't even know these people.
I don't even know the little baby. I just know the daddy. I don't even know the mama name. I know the daddy name because I don't even know his name, Antonio, because he left me a note.
Stop name dropping people. What I just said. You just name dropping people. You don't know the. See, I gotta go. See, you just name drop. Don't say upstairs. You don't know people. You know what, Mom? We gotta go. I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you when I see you.
Did you send out that thing? Did you get that text message Mom sent you?
Yeah, I got it. I sent it to some, but we'll have to talk about the other ones because the other ones you mentioned, I don't know. We'll talk about it. I just want one of the people online to hear you, Mom.
Oh, you talking about when your dad is over? No, sir.
Mom, I'll call you back.
All right.
See, that's why you can't call people. Hey, This is why you can't look. You don't know. She don't know who be watching my live stream. She's like, you talking about the mom? You talking about the person your dad go? You know they're gonna put me in the middle of it. See, you see how videos can be self-incriminating? This is cool, man. That cool. Cool, G. That cool, man. That's cool. That is cool. That's cool for you, man. That is cool. That's cool. I'm gonna get some more people. She'll be on the live stream in person, of course. I gotta get Henry Lee on here though. I gotta get everybody on this live stream. Talk about college. I definitely gotta get my college people because college is fun, right? College is fun. Let's do a few seconds. G, have we done this college before? Have we done you? I think G's still here. G might have dropped out on live screen. Let me see. Nope, I wouldn't remember. Nope. I'm glad to know you still here. I don't think we did University of Texas either. How was work today? Work was pretty good. Work was pretty good. Work was pretty good. Nothing crazy, I would say. El Paso. Nothing crazy. How about you? How about you? You made a did you sell your business today? Actually, we had graduation today. Funny enough, we had my ceremony was today technically, my graduation ceremony. He said it's been cool, no, LOL. But the celebration, what do you call graduations? The ceremony was today. But it wasn't lit because I wasn't there. It wasn't lit because I wasn't there. All right. So, yes. Yeah, the job and Georgia State, they had graduation ceremonies today. They did. Okay. Ooh, crazy graphics. Ooh, I don't know, that look pretty. Ooh. So, the University of Texas at El Paso. So, to put an image to this real quick, I hope nothing crazy comes up here because I'm looking up the school. So, this is the University of Texas at El Paso. We are reviewing this college right here. UTEP. Always heard about UTEP, never knew details, so we're going to learn a few things about them. So they are a 4-year course. They're public. They're in the city. They're large. They're a large institution. This is, Hispanic Serving Institution. This is a HSI. Their graduation rate is below the midpoint for 4 years. They have a 51% graduation rate. That means they're not turning over graduates. They are failing more graduates. The average annual cost though to go here with financial aid use is about $10,800 pretty much to go here. Of course, we like to verify on the school website. What is YouTube? You know, I like this part right here. But I like that part. I like that part right here. You know me. Look, oh, they already making it hard for me. I'm already looking for them 3 bars. There they go. Show me the tuition and fees. Show me the tuition and fees. Y'all know, use that magnifying glass. Look at that. Every time. If you want to find the money, every time. Every time. That's how you find it right there. You see it goes in order. They already got summer up here. They got spring. Since you're getting ready for spring semester, guys, at the time of this video, since you're getting ready for the spring semester, now they have filtered it for different degrees. If you're undergraduate, they made it where if you're graduate, non-resident, I'm just going to assume you are undergraduate and you are a resident. Because remember, as going from a 2-year to a 4-year, never go to a school out of state. That's part of, for my people that love rap music, that's part of the 10 Commandments. For my people who are very religious, that's part of the 10 Commandments. If anybody that deals with real structure and discipline, never go to school out of state. Why? Because you're setting yourself up for failure. So they're charging, as you can see right here, this is when I'm always talking about that tuition per credit hour, guys. That's what they're charging you by the hour. That's what they're charging you by the hour usually. So if you do $421.74 times 12, you should get this number right here. You should get that number right there. How I do that, I'm going to back it up. I'm going to fact check it. So what was the number? 421.74 times 12. Actually, I got 5,000, which is crazy. I got 5,000. Why did I get 5,000? Did I put the right number in? 421.74. I did. But I didn't get that. I got 5,000. Let's see. Please correct me on my math because I didn't get 5,000. Why did they get 5,000? Did they include the fees? No, it says fees does not include. It says the table of tuition. It does not include new student fees and student fees. So now I'm a little questioning this. 421.74. Let me try a lower number real quick for some reason. See where I went wrong. Yeah, I got 843 on that one too. Something off. Either I'm off. They probably offer discounts for more credits. Okay. That's a good perspective because I'm like, okay. So we're going to assume they do a discount. But we're looking at it right here, guys, because they said hours right here. So 12 right here, we're just going to do it since they got it on their chart. This is their chart. FYI, always calculate it just in case they don't give you that discount. So we're going to do, I like to round things out. So I'm going to do 3,700 times 2. So you're looking at about 7,400 for 2 semesters. For this is for spring semester, but I always do as like fall and spring. So if you plan on transferring to this institution, hopefully I'll do my part and have this video out by Friday because I got a better computer to edit faster now. So that alone, you're looking at $7,400. But already on our other page, they already with financial aid, they're saying, look, $10,726. So that does not include room and board. Since I can show you all, keep that number in your head, 7,400. Keep that number in your head, 7,400. Keep that number in your head right quick. So as you probably, actually, let me go back. It might be on that screen. As you see, I don't see no dorms. I don't see nothing with dorms on here yet. They hide that information, as we talked about before. They always hide that. So I always go back to the website, and then I type in room. But I did not know UTEP had a football team. Wow. Oof. Woo. Did not know. Always type in room and board. Everything is in this magnifying glass, guys. I don't know nothing about this school. I don't know nothing about this school, but I know one thing. I'm about to get my prices. I'm about to get all my prices. Look, floor plans and rates. They have to put that on the website. If you don't see that on the website, run the other way. Run the other way. As you see, for a single one-person studio, they are charging you $3,461.77. Camera, you on me? You on me, camera? That ain't it. That ain't it. That's for one semester, guys. You got to pay for that. And that might be for the year. I don't know how they ring it up. I don't know how they ring it up. That could be for the year. That could be for one semester. I'm assuming for the year, though. I'm going to give them grace and say that's for the year. And so you have to think the meal plans. So we throw in, I'm just going to use this. I'm going to say 3,500 pretty much. So, let me divide by 2. Divide by 2. You're looking at 3,700 for tuition plus 3,500 for dorms. Now you're at 7,200. Not bad so far, but if you are a financial aid student, or paying out of pocket, you're already at 7,200 for the semester. I'm gonna be honest with you. You already outbeat right now by a 2-year college. And then the meal plans. Usually the meal plans are on the same website, usually, but I don't think I'm seeing those either. So guess what I do? Oh, right here. Dining on campus. Dining on campus right here. Do you see this, G? They don't even have the meal plans posted on the website. Run the other way. Run the other way. Is this right? Wow. You wonder why you wonder why you can't save money in college, because they don't know their prices. If they don't know their prices, all right, I'm gonna just throw in another $2,000 and call it a day. That's a bad look on this review. I'm just gonna say that. So I'm gonna throw in another $2,000 for the semester. So you're looking at $9,200. This is recorded in real time. December 17th, 2025. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. People wonder why they can't get debt-free degrees at this school. They wonder why they can't get debt-free degrees going to college, because you got to look at the prices. Guys, I don't have $1 million. G can vouch for that. I don't have $1 million. I just know how to budget. Budget is simple budgeting, simple investing. I'm not a spectacular investor or something. You know, I'm just a good budgeter. But this right here ain't it. This ain't it. So with that being said, let's go back to this. And truthfully, off my estimates, they are under on my estimates. Now, granted, this is probably for the year. So if you got to do that. I'm gonna just say 11,000. Do 11,000 divided by 2, and you're looking at 5,500 for the semester, guys. That's really good. You're looking at 5,500 per semester to go to this school. As we keep going, but it's right. This is a good indicator. As you can see, they said the midpoint for 4-year colleges is usually $20,000 a year. $20,000 a year. they are under that. If I see a school, if I'm using a college scorecard, if I see a school that's under that bar, that's pretty good. That's a good thing in perspective, like we talked about earlier. You got to shift your perspective. If it's over that, that's not good. That's not good. Because look at the earnings. They're saying you can earn $50,000 or $51,000 once you're removed from the school for 10 years as a financial aid student. That's pretty good, guys. Because, like I said, if it's accurate, you're only paying $5,500 per semester. That's pretty dang good, considering it's a university, got a football team, basketball team, baseball team. They got all that teams and stuff, right? So that's pretty good if you want a decent salary. Now, if you want some Northwestern, Columbia, Harvard, G salaries out here, then this ain't the school for you. But cost, we just talked about that. They got the family income breakdown if you want to take a look at that. Then you got graduation rate. The graduation rate is 51%, as we said. They have a 76% retention rate. So they have a C average in keeping you retained. That's kind of good, I guess. Did we talk about financial aid and debt? Okay, so they have 29% of their students receiving federal loans. Kind of makes sense because they don't even have the right meal plans on their website. Do they include meal plans on this college scorecard? I'm gonna say they don't, because when I tried to stay on campus at Valdosta State University, I was gonna be in student loan debt. I was predetermined student loan debt from my financial aid specialist. He will come on here eventually. I have to book it with him once he starts seeing that I'm set up a little bit. So, and I don't even know if it's going to act right yet. I got to troubleshoot and test some things. But 29% is, 29%. And so they saying that students get an average debt or a median, which is minimum debt of $18,000 in my eyes. Henry, hey, speaking on behalf, we get zero over here. Like G, we get zero over here. Can you get zero debt, student loan debt? Yes, you can. Just watch us. And ask questions. We talked about the earnings. This is not a high number, but it's a good number. It's in the 60s, I guess. Like some schools who have like really high earnings, they got like 80%. So 60 can't be too far off, but 63%. You have a 63% chance of making more than a high school graduate going here. Then remember, campus diversity. It's an HSI. It's a Hispanic serving institution. So hopefully this school is tailored to Hispanic students. But if you want to go and see for yourself, visit the campus. Visit the campus at the right time. Don't visit like in December, because semester could be ending. You might not see students. Visit like in August, September. And then the next semester, visit like in January, February in the beginning. Don't go during spring break, of course. Go, And then lastly, guys, this is I forgot to mention this on my last one, but the University of Texas at El Paso has an acceptance rate of 100%. It's pretty good. So that means they're open admission. Let me see if I see that. I haven't read that far yet. Don't say. But okay, so look, they said right here, the University of Texas at El Paso considers admission test scores, SAT, ACT during application process, but does not require them. And then students who were admitted to the University of Texas at El Paso and enrolled typically had an admission test score in these ranges. They are showing you the test score ranges. But they have 100% acceptance rate. So that means they should be open admission. But I didn't see the terminology in that sentence. I'm going to say they have open admission, because if you have 100% acceptance rate, that means anybody can get into this school. Why can't anybody get into this school? Because they probably overcharging you. What do I rate this school, guys? Just based off them not having the meal plans on there, which creates inaccuracy for a student, I am going to give them a C. I'm giving them a C. They should be an F, but only because their prices are not that bad. And if I transferred there, going back to the, I'm glad I could do this now. Going back to their, where is it? Let me just click on this again. Going back to this, if I took a full-time load and I was paying strictly for tuition, it's not bad prices. It's not bad prices. I'll be cutting it close in tuition alone, but remember they said this does not include new student fees, incidental fees, or course-related fees, individual major fees. It doesn't include that. Now, if I knew why I wanted to go to this school a lot, the prices are seeming pretty good, I guess, you know, because 3,700, once again, times 2 is 7,400. My financial aid, I might have to come out of pocket a little bit, but for me, I can deal with that. I can deal with that. And I'm staying off campus anyway, so I ain't stressing it. But your financial aid is like 7,000-ish max. I don't know the exact number, but I know it's like 7,000-ish max. So they got good tuition prices. So they'll see, but the inaccuracy on the meal plans, and ain't no telling what else could be a little outdated or not up to date. So that can mislead me going to the school, set me up for a potential that was not on the website situation. So they're going to be a C. That hurt them a lot. That hurt them a lot. Honestly, that hurt them a lot. So that is it. That is all. So, G, I told you the wrong schedule. The real schedule is Tuesday. I thought about it in the car. I told you Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The real schedule is Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. That is the live stream schedule. Those days work perfectly because those are not my gym days. My gym days are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So this will work. So I will live stream tomorrow because I messed up on my own accord. And then we just keep rolling and getting back into the groove. So basically completely different, LOL. Yes. Same time, 8:15. Fridays could be sooner. Fridays could be sooner, but 8:15 p.m., that's a good time. That's enough time for me if I need a nap, if I need to read something, try to get her cool reading, you know, and we good. And we good. Still want to fix this input on this screen. I'm going to play with this a little bit. If you around, and then when you sell your business, let me know. I want some profits. I want my 2%. I want my 5% of the company. I want my 5% of the company. So that is all. Peace. Chicken grease. Wait for G to confirm he has seen the peace chicken grease before I hit the end screen button. Before I hit it. I bet. Peace chicken grease, man.